finding success in fitness. Now, please listen up, as this might just be the thing that saves your life. And I wholeheartedly mean that. But first off, who the fuck am I? My name is Chase. I'm a guy that cares first and foremost, but I've been a personal trainer for now 14 years, but I've been obsessed with everything fitness since 2007. I've basically consumed some sort of educational fitness, health, nutrition, supplementation content almost every single day since then. And yes, that's a lot of fucking days. Now, why am I sharing this with you? To show you that I know more than you and your husband and wife and neighbor and mom and dad and brother and sister and coworker. I'm joking, kind of. But now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this, all right? So, and the reason why also I wanted to share with that is I have been obsessed. I'm a weirdo that overthinks things and thinks about all the different million variables in fitness. And since I've got into this, my goal is to very much help all of those and bridge the gap between health and fitness and them, essentially. And I know that we have a problem with this, okay? Look at all the stats from different health stats to obesity stats, blah, blah, blah. We have an issue, okay? So I also know that what we are doing and what we have done is not working, yet we continue to do it over and over and over and over again. So that is what I want to shed some light on so that all of you out there can correct this and find success with fitness, because again, wholeheartedly, that's what I want for everyone. I'm not trying to sell you anything right now, well, anything, at least right now, but I really, truly do just want to help. And it hurts my heart and soul when I see these rebranded, repackaged things that I know are not going to help, all right? So let's kind of get into it. Why do we not find success in fitness? Why is it so hard to find consistency? Why do we keep falling off, even though we have all these new gadgets and gizmos and apps and influencers and content creators and blah, 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 blah. We have a new workout system every single week, yet it still is not working. And the reason is, well, it's kind of you. It's kind of you. It's your expectations, but it's also me. And it's also the fitness industry. And it's also the marketing, which is why, I'll be honest, I can't stand marketing. I don't like it because I don't think it was necessary. The one guy did it, and now it just becomes this, let me just try to kind of manipulate and blah, 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 blah to get you to pay money. And after I get your money, I don't care, okay? And in fact, sometimes I don't even want you to succeed long-term because then I can't resell you these programs. So that's why, even though we've had the P90Xs and the Insanities and all these different influencer programs, we still have not found great success when it comes to long-term weight management, weight loss, blah, 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 okay? And with me being so obsessed with everything health and fitness and nutrition, I start seeing these trends. I start seeing these patterns. And I have a pretty good understanding of the landscape. I have a pretty good understanding of the psychology. I have a pretty good understanding of the principles and the big rocks and the big needle movers, et cetera, and we continuously chase the wrong things. So let's get into it. And what is going on here is essentially we have this kind of cyclical negative feedback loop that we just keep doing over and over and over and over again. So that's why I said we did it with Tybo, then we did it with P90X, then we did it with Insanity, and now we're doing it with all these different apps and blah, 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 blah. But we still have not found success. And why is that? So the biggest thing here is, in my opinion, and again, this is also because of fitness marketing, we see how things are marketed. Before and afters, 4-week transfer, 8-week transformation. So we get stuck on the short-term success. We compare ourselves to the short-term success. And here's what we think. Okay, I can do this program. Yeah, I did a workout and it was so hard. I hated every moment of it. But if I just stick with it, I'm going to be that next person on that poster. Give myself I can struggle through 4 weeks. And I think the thought process is this. Yes, I absolutely hate that workout. It was so hard. I suffered through every moment. But I'm going to stick with it. And then I'm going to see results. Then I'm going to get motivated, see more results, get motivated, see more results, and that's going to keep me going. So yes, even though I am suffering, I think the motivation will overshadow the suffering. And wrong. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, this takes too long. You cannot suffer through this. You can't. And if you could, you wouldn't be here. And especially not for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time. Yet we keep doing this. And I don't think like kind of at face value it's a bad thing, because we want to have hope. We want to find that diamond in the rough. We want to catch lightning in a bottle. And I think all these things, again, are not necessarily bad. And I still think go for it. But man, after the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th try, we need to course correct. And that's what, again, me with my obsession, I keep saying. And this is also why me and my coaching clients have a great success long term, because I know the landscape. I'm able to see what's about to come. I'm able to combat any of those, again, that negative feedback loop, any of that discouragement or whatever before it even happens, all right? So what we need to do to course correct, we cannot suffer through this. Again, it takes too long. Progress does not happen overnight. It doesn't really even happen over a week or 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. This takes months, dude. Months. So if I said, you know what, Susie, Barbara, Jim, John, whatever, you give me 1 year. Do you think you would come at it at the same intensity of suffering that you would with this P90X or these 30-day programs? Probably not. So that's how I want you to kind of reframe. This is going to take some time. So sit down, buckle up, enjoy the ride, okay? Because the hardest workout doesn't mean shit because it's only one of them. We need hundreds, if not thousands of them. And that's why I try to manage my expectations with my clients. And I'm like, there's no going back, dude. This is forever. And frankly, we do not have enough resources to be able to suffer through this. There's enough stuff in our lives currently that we have to like pseudo suffer for. And I'm just saying anything that we don't want to do. So the biggest one is probably work. I don't think a majority of people absolutely love what they do, you know? So that is gonna pull at that suffering resource cost. And I don't even mean like hate your job. I'm just saying it's draining, even if you love it. I am passionate about what I do. I love what I do, but it still drains the hell out of me because I still have long days and early mornings and late nights and things like that. So I know that when it comes to suffering and resource costs, I don't have all that much to give. And I don't have kids or anything like that. So I couldn't even imagine throwing kids where I got to go soccer game, then I got this, and then I got to take them to school, and then they have piano recital, blah, 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 blah. But you see, as you start stacking up these things that even if you find value in them, you might necessarily not want to do, you'll see that there's just not much left over at the end of the day. And then throw in the mix of like this workout that just sucks, that you're just suffering through every moment. It just feels like hell every second of it. Are you crazy? Of course you're going to crash and burn knowing those facts, okay? So stop being naive. So here is the challenge. This is what we need to reframe. 1, realize this is lifelong. So I'm all for trying shit, but if you do your insanity workout, you do a week of them and you're like, this is horrible, you gotta scrap it. You gotta find something new. This needs to be more enjoyable for you. This needs to fit well into your schedule. This needs to fit well into what resource costs you have. And again, that changes through your life. When you're 16, 17, 18, and you're just, running with testosterone and insecurities and want to get laid or whatever, you probably have so much resource cost to do the hardest workouts. But as you get beaten down by life, as you get fatigued, as you have more things on your plate, you don't have much to give. And this is why I need to match all of my clients with something that they find enjoyable. And we're doing these audits. I do audits at the end of every set. What do you think about? How was that? How hard was that? How much did you have to suffer through that? Blah, 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 blah. I'm doing that for each week, each month, each month, each year, et cetera, because this is very, very important, because this is telling me, are they encouraged? Are they discouraged? Are they burning out? Are they feeling good? Are they feeling successful? Are they feeling a failure? This is very, very important. I'm going to leave it at that. I can talk about this all day and night. But if you need help on this journey, please shoot me an email below. I have all my links there. I want to help you. I feel like I have the tools and I have the keys to help each and every one of you find success in fitness. That's all. Thank you so much for your time. Like, comment, subscribe. Please message me. I love this stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.